What if the calmest river you've ever seen was silently plotting your death? These waters look peaceful until they pull you under, and some never let go. Stay till the end. One shocking fact will haunt you forever. Inshallah. Number 10. The Nile, where spirits pull you under. At first glance, the Nile is majestic, a flowing symbol of Egypt's ancient glory. But beneath the golden ripples lies something ancient and still hungry. In 2018, tourists were enjoying a sunset cruise near Aswan when a woman leaned over to take a photo. She slipped, fell, and vanished. Divers searched for 4 days. When they finally found her, her body was wedged beneath submerged rocks, face twisted in horror. Locals weren't surprised. They believe the river holds guardians, spirits that protect its secrets, and those spirits sometimes take sacrifices. Now brace yourself, this will blow your mind. In several ancient scrolls found near Thebes, priests wrote of the river's voice, a call that only certain people can hear before being pulled in. Modern survivors of near drownings describe the same thing, a whisper from beneath the surface saying their name. And here's the twist. These whispers have been caught on hydrophones. Real, audible, recorded. So the question is, what's alive inside the Nile that speaks and chooses? Number 9. The Ganges, the river that feeds on the dead. The Ganges is considered sacred. Pilgrims bathe in it, pray in it, and burn their dead beside it. But what happens when you mix faith, fire, and thousands of corpses in the same waters? In 2021, after monsoon floods, dozens of bodies surfaced downstream in Uttar Pradesh, some half-burned, some untouched, all with no cause of death. Locals began to whisper, "The river isn't just holy, it's awake." Now pay attention. Here comes a haunting twist. A priest named Shivam was performing final rites when he saw something horrifying. A body that had been cremated 2 days earlier floated by and opened its eyes. He dropped his torch and ran. The body was retrieved by police. Autopsy showed lungs full of water, but no fire damage, which means the man drowned after being burned. And ever since, people have reported seeing faces beneath the surface, watching, waiting. The Ganges doesn't just flow, it remembers.
Topic Starkix number 8. The Mississippi, the river that swallows time. The Mississippi has taken lives for centuries, but in 2006, something happened that defied reality. A 19-year-old college student named Kyle went missing while walking along the banks at night. His phone pinged near the water at 2:03 a.m. Search teams scoured the river for weeks, no trace. Then, **, 9 months later, Kyle walked into a gas station in Missouri. Same clothes, same phone in his pocket, with 42 missed calls. All from the night he vanished, he had no memory. Just one repeating phrase, the river blinked. Get ready for the strangest part yet. When authorities checked his phone's GPS, it showed one impossible detail. He had moved 600 miles in 0.3 seconds. How? No vehicle, no tunnel, no sign of being on land. Just a single flash at 2:04 a.m. And then nothing. The Mississippi, they say, is where time folds, and sometimes it unfolds in the wrong place. Number 7. The Amazon, where the river eats you alive. The Amazon is massive, deep, dark, and unforgiving. Everyone knows the stories: piranhas, anacondas, parasites. But there's one part that no guide ever takes you to. The Black Hollow. In 1995, an entire research boat went missing, found 2 weeks later, torn apart, no blood, no gear, no crew. One journal entry survived, written by the team's biologist. There's something under the silt, something big. It doesn't see, it feels. And when it grabs you, the water turns warm. Hold on, you're not ready for this twist, use. In 2020, a diver named Miguel filmed something beneath the surface in the same region. The footage showed ***, a 70-foot-long shadow moving against the current. It had no head, no fins, just muscle and motion. The footage went viral until it was deleted from every platform by unknown users. Miguel disappeared a week later. Locals call it ***, Yakumama, the water mother. And according to legend, she doesn't eat you for hunger. She eats you to silence you. Number 6. The Mekong, where the river breathes. The Mekong River runs through 6 countries, but in Laos, there's a part of the river that locals fear, not for its depth, but because they say it inhales. Every full moon, villagers claim the water lowers suddenly, as if something is sucking it from beneath. Boats disappear, fishermen vanish, and when the river rises again, it leaves behind only bones. One monk named Sambat stayed by the banks to pray during one such night. His audio recorder captured this. First, silence. Then, a gurgling exhale, followed by a single word, whispered in Thai, below. Here comes the disturbing twist. Weeks later, scientists conducted sonar mapping of the area. They found an underground void the size of a football stadium, completely empty. No rocks, no silt, just space. But that's not all. The void moved. It shifted 40 meters overnight, and now experts believe the Mekong has something alive inside it, something that moves and breathes. Number 5. The Congo River, the current that hunts. The Congo River is the deepest river on Earth, plunging over 700 feet in some spots. But that's not its most terrifying trait. Divers who descend into the darker trenches often don't return. Not because of animals, not because of pressure, but because something down there waits. In 2002, a military diver named Colonel Adewale took part in a classified mapping mission. His last words before entering were recorded. The water is whispering numbers, like coordinates. He never resurfaced. Here's where it gets disturbing. His dive partner swore he saw Adewale being pulled downward, not sideways, against the current. That's not physically possible. Now hold your breath, this twist is brutal. Years later, French researchers sent a robotic probe into the same trench. Halfway down, the live feed began glitching until it captured something no one expected. Not a creature, but a structure. A wall, engraved with symbols not from any known language. The probe malfunctioned, was never recovered, and the footage? It was locked by the Congolese government and labeled not natural. So now we ask, what ancient force built something beneath the Congo? Number 4. The Thames, London's River of Secrets. The Thames has flowed through centuries of history, but many forget that it once held the dead. In medieval times, it was a dumping ground for criminals, plague victims, and war dead. Today, tourists admire its bridges, but few know how many have vanished near them. One such case. In 1994, a group of schoolchildren on a tour boat watched in horror as a man on the riverbank simply stepped into the water and never surfaced. No splashing, no struggle. The Danube, the river that repeats the dead. Europe's Danube is picturesque. Flowing through 10 countries, it's the lifeblood of cities like Vienna and Budapest. But hidden beneath its elegance is a haunting repetition no one can explain. Between 1998 and 2018, 17 unrelated drowning victims were found at the exact same bend in the river, every 10 years, to the week. Number 2, the Yangtze, where the shadows pull. China's Yangtze River is vast and powerful, but in one quiet province it is silent and deadly. Fishermen near Shenongshi Gorge tell tales of black silhouettes beneath their boats. Not fish, not logs, something that drifts and then reaches up. In 2009, 4 boys playing near the edge went missing,
Locals found their footprints, but no sign of struggle. Just one thing left behind: all their shoes, lined up neatly on the bank. No one could explain it. Then came the twist that haunts investigators to this day. In 2016, a diver was sent to inspect a sunken ferry. His live feed cut out mid-dive. When recovered, the footage showed this: dozens of pale hands, reaching from the riverbed, attached to nothing. They weren't human. They were transparent. Number 1. The erased river, the one that shouldn't exist. This river isn't on maps, not anymore. In Siberia, near the Kamchatka Peninsula, satellite images once showed a winding waterway known as Zeka Tma, the River of Darkness. Then in 2004, it vanished. Physically, it still exists. But Google Maps, Russian atlases, even drone flights blacklist the region. All navigation data around it glitches, GPS malfunctions, and no planes fly over it. But in 2010, a journalist named Dmitry Vasiliev sneaked in with a thermal drone. The footage recorded 11 minutes before the signal cut. In it, you see something unexplainable. The river flowing upward. Yes, water rising into the sky, like reversed rain, then vanishing into cloud cover. The drone returned damaged, melted, and Dmitry? He was found 4 days later in a forest 120 miles away, blind. Surprising final fact, one that will haunt you. A leaked U.S. intelligence memo from 2019 contained a single disturbing line about that river. Subject appears to extract not just bodies, but time signatures. What does that mean? It means the river may not just kill you. It may erase your past completely, like you never existed. And if true, it would be the most dangerous river in history. You've just seen rivers that flow with the power to erase,